Good morning, you two family. Good morning, Viv. How you doing, huh? You know what? I'm gonna drop this link. I'm gonna drop the link because I really, really want to get into this about it wasn't just black males hanging from the tree in slavery. It was black women. I went to somebody's panel yesterday. I'm not gonna mention no names, but it was very disturbing seeing how they're sitting up there praising Caucasian man, but then you got a picture of a black man hanging from a tree and you swinging? Really? See, I'm going to keep it real. I went over there with respect, because when you go into somebody's house for the first time, you don't come in there disrespect their house or whatever. You just go there, talk to them, discuss. You're going to have agreements, disagreements. But we know how YouTube politics are. People going to have their little cliques. People going to have their little say-so. They're going to have their little cheerleaders and all that. And see, with me, like I said, I'm a beast all by myself. I'm not scared of nobody. But I advocate for my brothers and my sisters. When I see pictures of my brothers hanging from a tree, and then society tell us to get over slavery, and yet, as a black woman, you producing this on your channel? That's sick. That's very sick behavior. It's sick behavior. See, one thing about me, I have a grandson. I have nephews, brother, cousins. And advocating for a black male is not easy. You could call me a mammy, a pick-me, or whatever. And see, one thing I find out about majority of people on YouTube, they hide behind the avatars. They hide behind their little panels, talk junk, but in real life, they ain't gonna bust a grape. And see, I could talk junk because this is my panel, but this is what I am gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do. I'm going to address that picture again. Because the sister told me to come back with receipts. Because our black males, yeah, we talk about each other. That's why I found out on YouTube. But majority guys in the manosphere space I go to, they don't disrespect me. I'm going to name some names. Angry Man, one of them. He ain't angry to me. Roger Report. He all right with me. DJ Kuda. He all right with me. You know why? Because when I come on that panel, I come level-headed and discussing issues about males and females, black males and black females. I don't get up there. I want to sit up there and be a man and be manly and this and that towards them. You know what? In order for you to get respect, you have to give respect. And one thing I find out, hurt people. And I ain't never seen a picture of our brother putting on his channel a black woman hanging from a tree. Now, if someone seen one, I had seen one, but it wasn't no black male. If you see one, give it to me. Come on my panel and let me see it. Now, people in these YouTube streets, they got me messed up. They really do. They got me messed up. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Individuals, see, when I come, I don't come alone. It's a method to my madness. They don't call me Sheila E. Quiet Storm for nothing. See, when I come, a lot of people think I'm meek. She quiet. She act like she kind of slow or whatever. What I'm doing, I'm figuring you out, demon. Now I know what I'm dealing with. Oh, I got to come with receipts to showing when my brothers, when I get on their panel, they give me respect. Because these women don't believe that. So these women's going to bash our brothers. They're going to keep pictures of them hanging from a tree. Oh, but this sitting up there praising the white cowboy guy. Oh, praise him. Oh, let me tell you something. And I'm going to keep it real. And like I said, I got lawyers. I got congressmen. I got mayors. I got senators. Subscribe to me because I do campaigns. And no offense to my Caucasian people. My counsel, no offense, but you know how I am. You know how Sheila is. Sheila keep it real when it comes to race. Let me tell you something. I sat in high places, and very rare I will see a white man with a black woman on his side. So y'all sitting up here talking about, woo, this and that. Let me tell you something. Majority average black woman, ain't no white man want you. Ain't no white man want you. And they already stated we at the bottom of the list anyway. And how dare you sit up there and trying to put a picture of our brother hanging from a doggone tree, and then you sitting up there praising a white daddy, which he don't even like you anyway. And the reason why he with you, because he can't get his own kind. Now, I want to see receipts. Majority of y'all, when y'all going out, cam up and let me see your white man. Let me see your white daddy. See how he look. Because I bet you a brat. He ain't no lawyer. He ain't no senator. He ain't no governor. He ain't no millionaire. Y'all ain't sitting on no yachts. Y'all ain't sitting on no island. What y'all doing? Y'all sit here on the YouTube streets messing with a low-level white man. Came from probably a trailer park. And no defense to my white family. But I had to get I got to get in my sister's butt this morning. I got to get in their butt this morning. Because you know what? They're going beyond themselves. They're going beyond themselves. As a black woman, let me tell you something. And we're going to keep it real here. We are laughing joke in society. We are laughing joke. They call us tots, nappy heads. I mean, I'm not even going to name half the names they call us. And yeah, the white man you laying in bed will call you that too. And the only reason why he with you, because he can't get the white woman he really want. Or Maria. Or Ling Ling. So he settled for you. Because you know why? Black women, majority of them, open their legs up for anybody. The old Jezebel and Delilah spirits. We the only ones around here having kids with 4 or 5 different daddies and want to have a come up on child support. And you can call me a mammy you want to. No, sisters, let's keep it real here. Majority of us, let's keep it real here. Let's keep it real. We got all these black women. We tell no, I'm getting on my sister because I hold y'all accountable. We ain't gonna talk about the brother. Let's talk about our sister. We got a lot of y'all sitting around here, sitting up here bashing our black brothers, and you just as bad as they are. And matter of fact, you the weapon society, the white supremacists use for them. And majority of y'all have black children. You have a son. You have a grandson. You have a father. You have a brother. So all this stuff you sitting up here acting and all that, your white daddy and kill a black man and this and that. Let me tell you something. It ain't going to be funny when death hits your door. When you have to bury your son. When you have to bury your brother. When you have to bury your nephew. When you have to bury your father. Because the one you laying in the bed with, sucking on him, done killed him. And it's real out here. At the end of the day is we all are black. I don't care how light you is. I don't care how much education you have. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care about your career. In their eyes, we all Negroes. We all was hanging from the tree. The black male and the black female. And how dare you sit up there and have a picture like that? And the majority, I want y'all to cam up. Excuse my language, sisters, because I'm keeping it real. And I'll get on my brothers too. You know how I do. Majority of y'all ugly, y'all nappy head, pissy looking, came from nowhere. And then you want to sit up there and degrade our brothers. Because if you was all about that, let me tell you something. People that really making moves and money and stuff, they ain't here on YouTube bashing other people. And calling me a mammy, no, I'm not a mammy. I'm a warrior. That's who I am. And like I said, I don't need 5 or 6 people on the panel with me to take one person down. And the one who sat up there and gave you that super chat, talking about such and such, the Sheila, you think you bad? Come my way. Come my way. And see what y'all do. Y'all sit up here because you bad with the computers and sit up here with these avatars, these slides and stuff like that and talk about people. See, I don't play games. Because in real life, a woman like you, I will knock your head off. I will knock your head off. And yeah, I'm a Christian. And I'm a loving person. But when it comes down to our people, that all we going through now and all we been through, my ancestors died. For your no good telling, you're going to sit up there and have a picture of our brothers hanging from a tree? And laugh about it with y'all sick-minded self? Majority of y'all can't get no decent man. That's why you turning on a black man. Now, I'm figuring that now, too. I'm figuring that now. Majority of women that's sitting up here talking about Pookie and Ray Ray, talking about the black man ain't this, the black man ain't that, or whatever, because you can't get a decent black man. That's what it all is. You angry and you want to get mad because the man you done had done left you with 4 or 5 kids, or he had left you with somebody else, and then you want to sit up here and be on YouTube talking about the black males. And you just swinging from the tree. Let me tell you something, sister. You can swing all you want to. Because your swinging ain't going to get you but so far. It's going to get you right in the graveyard. Yeah, and that picture was real disturbing to me. Real disturbing. Real disturbing. And you got your little followers in the chat talking junk. They ain't gonna be the great, because when people come, y'all got to come in groups. That's what cowards do. They come in groups. See, they can't go alone. I remember y'all when I was growing up. Y'all had to jump people because you can't fight. Now what y'all do, y'all have y'all little cliques here on YouTube against the black males. The sisters who like the black males, they're mammies and all like that. Nah, sister, you got me messed up. You got me messed up. Y'all think y'all got these women here on YouTube scare you? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna come back with receipts. But I tell you one thing. Oh, you don't take that picture down, the picture will come down. It will come down. And I don't flag. I don't believe in doxing people. I don't believe in flagging people. Pictures or nothing. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play your game. I'm going to give me an educated white male. Money. One of my friends. He never messed with a black woman. And I want him to keep it real with me. Why he wouldn't date one? And would he want one? Since y'all sitting up here, want to sit up here talking about they want y'all, the majority of white males don't want y'all. They don't want y'all. Only reason why they with y'all because they can't get the white woman they want. Because one thing about white women, they still do have standards and morals. Some of them worse than us. Yeah, they are. Let me tell you something. They're a trick. Believe me, I know. They're heartless too. But one thing about them, at least when they get pregnant, they're married. They ain't got, majority of them ain't got 4 or 5 different baby daddies. And they know they ain't about nothing. And they ain't sitting here on YouTube talking about kill the white man and later for the white man. And he think he controlling a black male and all this and all that. No. You know what they do? They shut their mouth because they're ashamed of what they did. They're a disgrace to their family and their race. And that's what some of y'all black females is. Y'all sick. You're angry. Nobody don't want you. Can't get a decent man. And you taking it out on our brothers. I said it. You could call me a mammy, a pick-me, or whatever. But one thing you won't do, you won't say it in my face. Because one thing I found out about social media, you could be whoever you want to be. Like I said, film actors, models, lawyers, teachers, life coach, cooks, everything, anything you want to be. You could be the black woman that all the white men love. In your mind. But it's sad. It's very sad. You know why it's sad? That picture made me sick to my stomach. Because you know what blacks had to go through? Do you know the struggles our ancestors had to go through? Do you really know? My sister, do you really know? Let me tell you something. When they was hanging from the tree, we was hanging from the tree, they couldn't save us, huzzy. Because they were going to get killed too. That's how stupid you are. And with us, we was being raped. We was sitting up there feeding their kids that the white woman couldn't take care of, couldn't clean her own house. She couldn't take care of her man. We had to take care of her man, take care of our family. And we still was getting raped. We still was getting killed. Our black males, degrading them in front of us. Our kids hanging them from the tree. Our sisters, our mothers, butt naked. They ain't had no clothes on. They was butt naked, hanging from a tree. Dying, praying that the life we live, they will once live. So we are our ancestors' dream. How dare you? you hussy, sitting up there with a picture of black males hanging from a doggone tree. I don't pick at people how they look or whatever, but I bet you both of y'all, none of y'all probably ain't attractive, because if you was, you'd cam up. You're sitting up there talking junk on YouTube or whatever. I hate women like you. I do. And I don't really say I hate people, but I do. Sit up there and you don't know. You know, but you want to sit up there and play games with a picture of a black male hanging from a tree. And like I said, that could be your great-great-grandfather. You don't know. But y'all want to sit up here and play these YouTube games like it's funny. But it ain't going to be funny if they hang your son from a tree or your brother or your cousin. You sit up there and you say you don't. Y'all go ahead and be the actors. Be the actors. Because when death hit at your door, it ain't going to be funny. I got a grandson. Oh, they think he biracial. Oh, yeah. They put out the red carpet. But at the end of the day is he black. The struggles our brothers had to go through. And they're still going through. And they use us, a black female, that we know different than a black male in their eyes, to bash our brothers. Let me tell you something. Governor Coleman asked me one time, he said, Sheila, he said, I know you do a lot of politics and you good with campaign, whatever. He said, what one thing I could do for you when it comes to policies? And you know what I told him? I said, one thing you could do, because I know what white supremacists do. I know the battles my brother struggles. Have my black males in their respectful places. He said, ooh. I said, nobody ain't never said nothing like that to me. You know why I said that? Because let me tell you something. Excuse my language, and I know my cousin are going to get me, but I'm tired of these hussies always thinking that a white male is better than a black male. Let me tell you something about y'all hussies. Do your history. America was nothing without a black male. They didn't know how to grow nothing, cotton, tobacco, none of that. What they did, they used our black males for outcome for America to succeed economically for their family. For their family. They built houses. Yeah, our brother built houses. Railroads. Majority railroads. Our brothers built it. Gifted. The first heart surgery came from a black male. But you know who took it, the credit? Your white daddy. The one you praying. The cello trash you laying in the bed with. Let me tell you something. An other race came here. And they put their foot on our brother's neck. They killed him. They degraded him in front of their family. And all they did, they took everything from them. They fought. They don't tell you about that. Our brothers ain't just lay down and sit up there and let them just take everything. Our brothers was fighters and warriors, and they still are. So don't sit up there and tell me they ain't do nothing. Yes, they did. And they did it without having guns. They had weapons. If you do your history, they made. And it still couldn't beat our brothers. But you know what they do now? See, that's why they had to come up. Let me tell you something about these white devils. They had to come up with a plan to keep them down. And see, what they do is, they don't give them position. Because one thing I found out about politics chicks in my center tell you, because I tell them in the face, they don't want to sit at the table with no educated black male. And I seen it, and I got brothers, and y'all in the clouds, and you know how I know how y'all get down. Let me tell you something about our black males. Hussies, heifers. When they sit at the table, educated black males, those white ones ain't got nothing on them. Nothing. Nothing. And I seen it. So you sit up here and you praise those white devils because they don't like you. They don't. They don't. And I want you to cam up. I want you to do me receipts. I want to see you sitting up there partying with your white male. Well, I ain't talking about a low-level one. I'm talking about one with money. You could look at his leather Italian shoes. They cost him $4,000 or $5,000. I'm talking about you sitting up there. He ain't just living in a house. I'm talking about he living in a mansion. He living on 20 or 30 acres. To them, that ain't nothing. I want you to cam up and show me, boo-boo. Show me. I'm going to give you my receipts because my receipts is silly. I'm just going to get on a couple of my brother panels and I'm just going to, but I want to see your receipts with your white daddy. With your sequin dress on, with your expensive shoes on, with your mink on, what kind of car you driving, what kind of house you have. And I ain't talking about no show me your biracial kids and all that, because this ain't ain't got nothing, I ain't put no kids in. I want to see how your lifestyle living with your white daddy. Because half y'all husbands can't get no decent white man. Because if you could believe me, let me tell you one thing about us black females. Because this is how we do. Some of us, we are show-offs. Because a decent woman, she ain't gonna hire her face or nothing. Because women, we all about fashion, we all about looks. And we show off a little. So when we have a good looking man, we're gonna show him. We got it going on a little something. We're going to show them. We ain't going to just talk about it. Because the majority of people who talk, they ain't got nothing. So now, I want y'all to cam up. Let me see your receipts and cam up. And let me see your white daddy. And I ain't talking, and let me tell you something, I have the gift of discernment. So I could tell when you have a brat and you try to put a suit on them. And I know what cheap suits look like. So don't try to trick me and get a brat and try to put a decent suit on them and some decent shoes, because I know my clothes. And I know what kind of haircuts white men with money, how they have their hair laid. So my thing is, I'm going to show you my receipts on the Manosphere panel, how they don't disrespect me. And I want to see y'all receipts with your white daddy. And I ain't talking about no pictures, because I'm tired of y'all pictures, y'all sisters sitting up here with these filters, because you could be whoever you want to be on YouTube. I want to see y'all cam up with your white daddies. And then the other receipt, how he feel about you having a picture of a black male hanging from a tree. Because one thing, a decent white man with money, he don't play that. He don't play that biracial stuff. They don't do that. Because one thing about them, they're about their money, they're about moves. I mean, some of them, they love being around black males. Because you know why? Because they know that's their competition. Because they know if a black male was in the same position they was, that's it. That's why they keep them down. You want to know why? It ain't because they can't fight, they can't do this, they can't do that. They're scared of, majority of them scared of black males. They ain't going to say it, but they are. And they know it. That's why the white supremacists keep them down with your stupid tail. Y'all sitting up here thinking they like y'all. They don't want y'all. Get up out of here. Who you want to get is brat? You're going to get brat because brat can't get the woman he want. So who we going to go to? He going to go to the black woman because majority of black women, they're laying in bed with anybody just to say they had somebody. So that's what my receipt to you, huzzy. I want to see a picture of you and your man, brat, because they're going to be a brat. Because there ain't going to be no money man. And then I'm going to bring one on my piano. And he going to be like, I'm going to put him in a hot seat. And we're going to talk about this. This how I get down. What about that? Because you know what? What you did yesterday, I couldn't really say what I want to say because I had my grandson. Yeah, I'm a grandmother. And, oh yeah, I had biracial brothers and sisters and nephews. Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I have biracial brothers and sisters. So if we want to get down to the nitty gritty and we want to know what the battle begins, okay, my sisters, they could tell you some story. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you my receipts because I got a couple of brothers I be with on the manosphere. I ain't tell you that. And I know some of y'all looking in the clouds because you're cowards. That's what you do. That's what you do. Because like I said, that little picture y'all done show with the cowboys or whatever, please, you ain't going to come 2 feet near those guys. And believe me, wherever I go, I turn heads. And believe me, I could marry a white judge Monday if I want to. Yeah, I said it. And matter of fact, I think I'm going to have him on my panel and talk. Talk. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, he described me too. So let's get to it, sisters. Because you know what? Like I said, we were singing from the tree and our black males was too. The end of the day is half of the girls with you, they're followers. Y'all followers. Your followers. See, one thing about followers, you can't fight. And when you come, you got to come in numbers. Because that's what you do. You do that. Because you're cowards. You wasn't nothing. And I hate to say that. I know some of my sisters, y'all going to get mad at me. But the end of the day is, I'm speaking truth. If it don't fly, let it fly. Remember in school, when you had the unattractive girl, they wasn't getting no attention in school or whatever. All the kids were picking at them. I was the one, I always save them. Leave her alone and this and that. But she was very smart, educated, wasn't attractive, whatever. That same girl today, God, my sister got it going on. She got it going on. Lawyer, doctor, own her own business. She got it going on. Thanks me. A lot of them thanks me for looking out for them. You know what? Some of them mental. They had mental problems. They're here on YouTube. They're angry. They still remember when it was in the 3rd or 4th grade when people was picking at them, when the boys was picking at them, they didn't want them. So now they done grew up in those beautiful houses. They done got married. They're CEOs, they got company, they got money, whatever, but they're still angry, trapped in grade school mentality because they couldn't get the black boy they wanted in school. So you know where they're at, people? They're on YouTube now. They're making videos. They're making videos about black males hanging from the tree. Getting pictures of white men trying to get them jealous. Boo-boo, he ain't want you. Get over it. You would the one you would because you couldn't have the one you really want. So life goes on. So I want to say to my sisters, keep on swinging in your swing. Because when you fall off, you're going to bust your head wide open. The end of the day is you're a brat. And you ain't going to be cold on the ground. Matter of fact, before your funeral, he going to be laying in the bed with Mary. Because Mary want him now because he had a high life insurance policy on you. Now, Mary, husband done divorced her. This the Mary he wanted in school, but Mary ain't wanted him. Because Mary done had her man with money. Now, her man done left her, got him a little sweet old thing. Now, she's going to marry your brat. Because you're stupid tail. You done died. You done hit your head on a swing that fell off. You 6 feet under. Now she could live the life she want to live with your money. Could keep on swinging high, my sister. Because when you fall and bust your head wide open, it's probably going to, in majority, it's going to be a black male there to stitch you up. So sad. It's so sad. Y'all some sad individuals. Y'all have nothing but to get on YouTube and bash our black males. Cowards. Cam up. And you know us women always say, cam up. Cam up. Cam up. Because you know what? One thing about the black manosphere and brothers, I got to give it to you. Y'all some creative brothers. Y'all creative. Y'all creative. Yeah, y'all creative. Go ahead and get the one you get on them. Let her tear their tail right on up. Let her tear them right on up. You know who I'm talking about. She's going to come for you. There's another one too. She in my chat. She's a beast all by herself too. Oh yeah. They're coming. My sister's coming. So look, I'm a mature woman. I'm only a small YouTuber. You probably laugh at me if I get 2 or 3 views from this video. Because I ain't about likes and views. I'm about real life, real people, and real situations. So this right here, I took it personal. Huzzies calling me a mammy. You wish you was a mammy, huh? That's why you mad? Because none of our black brothers wanted you. So you and your delusional mind state thinking a white man want you? Excuse me for my describers. I'm sorry. I really apologize. I'm getting out of my character now. I know I usually don't act like this, but let me tell you something. We got an individual, I'm not even going to say her name, but she got a picture of a black male hanging from a tree. Why? She's a black woman swinging. My brothers, I say, and I always say, I fight for y'all every day. I do. And I know it's not easy being a black male. And then laughing, yeah, this and that, yeah, blue lives matter, like y'all getting killed by the police and all this and all that. That ain't funny. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. And I know majority of y'all, and I got angels in the clouds. Come out. You bad. Come out the clouds and come on the panel. Because you ain't. And the one sitting up there giving y'all a super chat saying my name, and you think you bad? See, I noticed about you, Huzzy. You only come for different women. And you know who I'm talking about. You ain't got never worry about me saying hi to you no more. Because y'all come in cliques. Because you know why? Y'all cowards like that. Y'all cowards. Y'all can't come one-on-one. You can't come one-on-one. I done learned from the best. I done learned from Bunny. Bayou Bunny, her. You can say what you want to say about her. I done learned from her. I done learned a lot from Cluster. Just seeing how she moved for real. And I'll tell you something. Those just a couple of names I done threw out there. And I'm like, why they do this? You know, I see why. I see why. I see why. I see why. Cause huzzies like y'all make somebody go there. Ain't no woman gonna sit up there and laugh and nobody chat and praise somebody on that you got a blackmail hanging from a doggone tree. You sick. And yeah, I said it. And see, I don't sit up here and play games. I don't play games. Oh, something happened to you. What happened to me? I was smacked by a white man when I was 9 years old. Let me tell you my story. Now, how you see the picture? I used to wear my hair in a ponytail. Freckles will have that like bright red hair. 9 years old. Going to like all white school. Guess what happened? The white principal wife left him for a black male. Guess who the daughter favor? Me. So one day, I didn't know this. I was going to school. We was going to the soda fountain. And I told a little white boy, I told him, oh, get in line, whatever. And the teacher would tell him, I said, please get in line. Don't you know the principal just came by me, pulled me in his office, smacked me, and told me, let me tell you something. The world don't revolve around you. It ain't all about you. He smacked me because he thought my mother was white. He thought he could get away with it because he thought my father was black. So he smacked me because I mind him of his daughter that his white woman slept in the bed with and had a child by. But then he didn't know my mother was a Black Panther. And this what she did. Huzzies. My mother went to that school, closed it down, told them to lock doors, and pulled down all the blinds and pistol whip his tail. That's what she did. So she don't you ever put your hand on my child. Pistol whip him. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to have my mother on my panel and tell my story. And to this day, I don't know. I don't know how I feel, but I know he had a red mark. And the teacher said, you want to go? I said, no. But I told him, I said, my mother going to get you. My mother pistol whipped his tail. And that day on, he gave me the red carpet. And when I ran for board education, guess who I came to him? He apologized. I knew you were going to grow up to be beautiful, this and that. But the reason why he did it, because I look like his daughter. I'm black. Both of my family black. I got a black father and a black mother. So you know who I got hit by? My first smack was by a white man. So let me tell you something, you huzzies. That's why they're strapping y'all with the whips, doing that kinky stuff, chain y'all to the bed. Ooh, they get the best of it to the year. Because they mind you of slavery, the whole you is when they used to rape us. That's how sick-minded y'all are. While y'all sitting up there saying, oh, they mind you of slavery days, your stupid self. Now, I'm going to open up my panel. I done put a link in there. See if anybody want to come. Because I want to hear from my black brothers. Yeah. The ones who y'all said ain't about nothing. Ain't got nothing. Can't fight for themselves. Any brothers want to come on the panel and tell your side of the story, how successful you is, even concerning the white males when they're building the jail, they're building the prison, because you know that's the new slavery for the black males. Even through all that, they still come out, get a house, take care of their family. See, one thing about our black males and strong black females, I'm talking about real black male, they don't die, they multiply. Whatever situation you put them in, they're still gonna rise. That's the story of a black male. That's why they don't want to put a black male in his position, because they're scared and they're threatened of him. And without our black males, America wouldn't be what it is today, sisters. It wouldn't be. So don't tell me they ain't about nothing. They can't do nothing. You don't even know how good we had it. That's why they burnt down Black Wall Street, Rosewood. That's why they did that. Because they know once they get, they already knew and let me tell you, so all that boat stuff, majority of, no, we was here. We was Indian, and then they took the land and tried to say they had boats for Africa. Y'all keep on believing everything the white supremacists tell you. How are you going to have a boat come from Africa to here to the United States? Bring all the, come on now. Majority of us was already here. We was Indians. My great-grandmother was an Indian. Oh, yeah. Got killed. I ain't tell you that. By my grandfather. But you know what? He wasn't all black. He had white in him. Because you know one thing about the white devils, they love to kill, don't they? They love to hang us from the tree. They love to hang us from the tree butt naked and read the Bible. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That's not cute. They ain't just hang the black male. They was hanging the black kids, huzzy. They was hanging our kids. Y'all sick-minded individual. And I'm telling you right now. And my senators, my detectives and stuff, y'all know how I get down. And I'm telling you, you know how I get down. Because some of y'all say I was passive or whatever. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. Let one of them come after me with those avatars or whatever. Find them. Because you know how I am. If I find them, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. And I'm not playing. You know how I do. When it comes to my black males, how I advocate for them. You know the laws I made. My mayor, you know, I help you get in that seat in different ones or whatever. Come on, my brother. Y'all know D. Huzzy sitting up here playing. Having our black males saying from a black, you know it. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm telling you, I'll call y'all later. But you know how I get down when it comes to my people, I advocate. And I got police department. I know y'all going through with individual concerning the black one. I'm telling you, stuff like this. You know, I shut down city halls. You know how I do when it comes to, you know how I do. I'm telling you, that these girls come from me, and that's not them. I'm telling you, they're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose everything. That's how I'm playing. Y'all going to lose your job. I'm going to hurt you where it hurt. I'm going to hurt your pockets. Now mess with me, huzzy, and I mean it. Yeah, excuse me. You mess with me, you're going to lose everything you have. And then your brat going to leave your tail. I'm sorry, Ian. I'm pissed off.
No, you got a right to be pissed off. You know, we appreciate you. I mean, it just, hey, we appreciate it. I mean, you mentioned something, you know what I'm saying, earlier that should resonate with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And this is just like my philosophy as far as that's concerned. You know what I'm saying? The entire concept of white supremacy does not exist without somebody feeding into a black inferiority complex. So when they say that some of these people are like part of white supremacy, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you paint, you know what I'm saying, black men is inferior and all of that other shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're feeding into. So I mean, that's what it comes. That's why I called it on the video the other day or yesterday. I called it, you know what I'm saying? It's the Trojan horse that they try to disguise as divestment or whatever they want to call it. And that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even know where that term came from, that old divestment shit. What that is, that's just another way to promote, you know what I'm saying, black inferiority, which is another way to promote white supremacy as a concept all around, which just keeps black people as a whole down. You know?
I'm sitting here, excuse me, I got tears in my eyes. I got tears in my eyes. And I just want to say, I got tears in my eyes. I do. I couldn't really sleep last night. I would think about it. And I say, you know what? And excuse me, my nephew, I'm like, oh, auntie, because they know what I do when I fight. And I want to say to y'all, I appreciate y'all, I do. I appreciate y'all, I do. I'm on mute. Go ahead, talk.
Nah, yeah, nah. I mean, you don't even let them get to you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they get to you like that, that means they win. You know what I'm saying? Because I hung out in the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Long enough. Like I was there. I didn't want to come up, and I mean, they wouldn't let me up anyway. But I didn't want to really, like, you know what I'm saying, either troll the chat or kind of take anything away from what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of wanted to hear how things roll. And you know what I'm saying? They come at people like you and even the women that you have in your chat and the same types of women that I have in mine and in the spaces that we frequent, they come at y'all harder than they come at men. You know what I'm saying? By with calling y'all names and and shit like that and trying to shame you and all types of shit just for defending the men. And that's fucked up. Like, it's fucked up.
I'm crying because you know why? You know how I had a brother and he died a couple of years ago under police brutality. And he said, Sheila, I know you be fighting for, he's not my brother, but that's why I call, you know. He said, I know something happened to me. You're going to get him. He was coming home from work and he got killed by a state trooper. Jacob Singleton, he about 18 and got killed. So when I fight because these people I went to school with and grew up with. And when I left and I came back, I said, what can I do to really make an impact? And that's when I got into politics. So my police department, my fire department, my council, my governor, he no longer there no more, but his team is still there. My county, because you know, all of them, I had them on my panel stuff, didn't know my passion for that. And I'm just saying, I'm not crying because they get into me. It's just like, wow, I know the battles y'all been through, because let me tell you something, as a Generation X, I ain't have to say nothing. Y'all was trained to spoil us. Only thing we had to do was sit there, be quiet, be pretty, and y'all gave us what we want. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about the black male, y'all the most forgiving and loving males in the world. That's why every race of woman wants y'all. And I'm on mute. Go ahead. Because I love when a black, educated male talk. And this one on my panel.
No, and like I said, I don't really have much to say about it. I don't really want to give them, you know what I'm saying, too much
No, that for them, I'm just talking about just things in life concerning a black male. Let's switch the topic.
Nah, yeah, and like I say, it's a shame that black men and black women, but you know what I'm saying, I guess the topic is black men, you know what I'm saying, just after everything that we've gone through, not to ask for sympathy, but a little bit of respect needs to be there. You know what I'm saying? Just at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When they say, oh, well, what have black men built in America? It's like, yo, you answered your own question in the question. You know what I'm saying? Black men built America. Black people built America. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is. They pretty much, you know what I'm saying, built civilizations all over the damn world. You know what I'm saying? Everything that y'all know, do everything from the system of economics, medicine, astronomy, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying, hygiene, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's come from blacks. So, you know, to just shit all over black men, I mean, hey,
and you know what? A lot of people not gonna come up here because they're scared because I don't want them to attack me or whatever like that. And it's sad that it's to the point that, oh, because, you know, people did channels and this and that, whatever. See, I ain't here for likes and views or whatever. Because like I said, you come for me, then I'm a detective, and y'all get them. That's what I'm going to say. Get them. Because I'm going to find out who you are. I'm going to find out who you are. Because one thing about these computers, you could sit up there and you could have fake emails or whatever. Believe me. And I didn't know that until the detective told me, oh, yeah, we can find, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I had somebody years ago, and I ain't know nothing about no social media. They was taking my picture, and it was on a porn site. And then I had to go, I said, wait a minute, yeah. Dictate people, that's why y'all gotta be careful too on social media. People taking pictures and stuff, and they use, when you attract the male, female, they will use them and put them on different places. So like I'm saying, they could sit up there and play games and hide behind names and avatars and all this and all that. I find who you are. And I don't call that doxing. Don't come for me. I won't come for you, because it's freedom of speech. And like I said, in the day is, I could talk about my black brothers. I could lift them up because I fight for them. I advocate for them. And them and my black sisters. What about that?
That's mainly what I wanted to come up here and say. I'm not gonna stay up long. I got a few things to do today. I just wanted to tell you that we appreciate
you. Going live later?
I may. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted you to know, like, we appreciate you.
And I appreciate y'all too. I just really couldn't really sleep like, wow, you know, because I couldn't really talk like I want to, because I had my grandson, so I was on mute half the time. So I had to go back and look at it. And I was like, wow. I was like, you know, I had somebody else look at it too. And it was like, yeah, Sheila, you couldn't really, because, you know, and I couldn't let them know that I was babysitting my grandson, because I don't know them like that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I couldn't, I was on mute, and, you know, and I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But
no, you didn't have to do any of what you did, but you still did it. Mm-hmm. And that's really what activism is about. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just going above and beyond, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, for your people. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Speaking up for those that might not necessarily have a voice. Like, you could have got up there and, like, you were able to get up there and say something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been able to get up there and say anything.
Yeah. And it was respectful. But, you know, they had to throw their little shades and stuff like that. They, you know, but the end of the day is that other stuff, like, you know, we're going to have a agree to disagree or whatever. But the end of the day is, I mean, like, social media got a lot of mental illness going on around here. It give a lot of people a lot of balls to do things where they're not doing in real life. Yeah. So go ahead and do what you gotta do, and I appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah, we really do. And I want to thank you for all you doing on your channel, whatever. Because this one of the brothers, he laid back, you know, and he really making an impact in the YouTube streets. And like I said, his channel had really grown, and I just in a couple of months, I'm like, keep on doing what you're doing, you know. Well,
and that's what we're here for, to help each other. Yeah, you, and you know what I'm saying, Gold Professor, y'all inspired, you know what I'm saying, people yesterday. You know what I'm saying, a lot of people, and you brought a lot of things to it. You know what I'm saying, to people's attention. So we appreciate that. So,
yes, and I didn't even know. But Professor brought that up. I never synced it or nothing. I was like, what are you talking about? Whatever. So, and I know I was acting up on it, but I said I moved away. I moved by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I like, wow. Yeah.
Well, it was something that, you know what I'm saying, I mean, people are aware of it now, so you're gonna hear a lot more about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we can do, is just bring attention to it, bring awareness to it, and that's it. Open up the conversation.
Yeah. Well, then the clouds. Yeah, Grinch made a video about it. Edward did. You did. Go Professor. Yeah, in the clouds, because there's a couple of people in the clouds. Yeah, my brothers. Yeah. And believe me, y'all they didn't care, because they do what they do anyway. They're making moves and money. These brothers ain't no Pookie and Ray Ray. They're educated.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying, we take care of our kids, we pay our bills, you know what I'm saying, we don't beat up on women, we don't do any of that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can speak for myself, but for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to do the right thing. And
right.
a lot of people doing bullshit. You know, just call it out. Like we all got a platform. So like I always tell people, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, this internet thing, just like you said, social media, it done gave people the false sense of security just to be able to say bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And think they can get away with it, but also it gave us the ability to be able to talk to a lot of different people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In order to be able to use this tool, this, you know what I'm saying, this great technological invention, it's the greatest technological invention in the history of mankind. You know what I'm saying? We got to do the right thing with it.
And like believe me, they got one, Missy. She dainty. She ain't like not like me. Oh, she gonna kill him. She gonna get him, and I'm gonna laugh. Oh, if I'm gonna laugh. So y'all sit up there and y'all hee-haw with your cowboys, hee-haw, because she gonna take y'all for a ride.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. We'll just like, trust me, that entire everybody that feeds into that type of shit, that shit was already damn near dead and stinking anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we got you back, and we'll gladly help you hammer the nail in the coffin.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed day, my brother. And I appreciate you. You know what? And like I said, just to know that my brother here today, talking to me on my panel is a blessing. You have a blessed day.
Shout out to Shakanulu. Yeah, thank you, Gold Professor. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
right. No.
That up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw the way that trigger. I ain't never really seen him trigger like that.
I know. You know, he real cool, calm, collective. And he said this, oh God, heck of the beast. New, you know I love you, New. You know I do. You know we got the YouTube love going on, brother. You know, because another one, he don't play. One thing about him, he another educated one about his family, about his money, making moves. He don't never say nothing, whatever. He cool, calm, collective. We got some brothers in this chat making money. That brother right there, he don't do beats. These brothers on right here on the piano in the chat, they're making money. They ain't got time for y'all huzzies with that stuff going on, with y'all saying over there. Little rough rats, chicken heads. Okay, and
well, we're gonna make time for you. Hey, what up, Bunny? I'm about to drop down though.
Okay.
Hey.
Peace.
Hey, Sheila.
Good morning, Bun Bun. I'm sorry.
You know I'm gonna fuss at you after this stream, so yeah. It's okay though. You are standing on your square, so I have to respect it. I just don't want them to come for you in the pack like they're going to, you know. But it's okay. I won't.
Oh, they could come in the pack, because I got my politic team. You know that, Bunny. I'll let them know right here. I already got my team. So if they come, they're gonna be losing. Y'all gonna be losing your jobs and stuff. So don't. I'm telling you. Don't. Let's keep it on the YouTube. Keep it on the YouTube, because if y'all want to start, y'all can't dox me. I am who I am. But if y'all want to, don't do that. Keep it, you keep it, go hard with whatever y'all do with your trees, with your swings, or whatever. But that picture coming down.
So here's the thing. You made some really good points. And studies show this. Studies show that most Black males that end up in the juvenile system.
Wait, hold on. What the news said? Because he always saying something slick. What he said? Because I don't have my glasses.
He said I might have to go live. If it's the one you have highlighted, it says I might have to go live.
Okay, yeah, no, do that, because and let me know because you ever seen New in person?
Yes, I've seen him.
Yeah, he a beast. He one of those brothers. He educated. He just say, yeah, New, do that, and I'ma support you, because I want all my brothers, all y'all hit on this, because the end of the day is, let me tell you something, y'all got it going on, and this from a sister. This from a Black female that now I'm not no pick me. I don't be praised. I always talk junk to y'all, whatever. And you be like, "Shit, I ain't got nothing against you, whatever." Do that, New. Yeah, I want all y'all just hit it. Go ahead, Bun.
Oh, you're good. No, I just want to say, studies do show that most black males, and particularly the ones who end up in the juvenile system at an early age, they actually at one point tested, in like they tested to be in the gifted and talented program. If
Mm-hmm.
we were on an if we were on an even playing field, we would black people would I mean we would excel each and every single last time. You made some really good points. And another point I want to make is that the worst thing you can be to a white person is a race traitor. That's like the worst.
Oh, say
So
it again, Bun Bun.
that is like the worst. The worst thing you can be to a white person, and particularly a white male, is a race traitor.
Hold on, I
So
told you every time you come up here, my numbers go up. And they love Bun, but they know she'll be. She's so cute with it or whatever. And then it's the beast, right? They're talking about Jessica. Oh God, her and Jessica get together. Oh God, y'all better watch out. Whew. Go ahead.
yeah, they love me. I think these bitches low key. I'm sorry, Miss Sheila. I think they low key. It's like a stand. Like they hate me, but they love me, and it is what it is. Um, just don't. I just don't want them messing with you, Miss Sheila. I don't want them messing with you, but I have to respect the fact that you're standing on your square. So I don't really have too much more to say, sweetie.
And it's just like you know how I do what I do, and I don't really bother nobody, nothing like that. But when it came to that, it was like, I have a grandson. I have nephews and stuff, and they're making good money. I mean, my family doing fine, but some families not. You know what I'm saying? And my heart go out to the ones I had to advocate for, that you got people getting stereotyped black males because the color of their skin, in
You're
jail
right.
because nothing they did. Frame. I mean, stuff like that. That's why I work with the police department. That's why I do different things I do or whatever. That's why I set, and I'm gonna have one of my brothers for board education. He black male. We got the first black mayor in our town. He said, I say you're gonna do it. So that's what I'm saying. No, D Huzzy sitting up here playing. I'm gonna show y'all some educated black male sitting at the table with your white zazzy. And let me tell you something, they give them nothing but respect. When they come in, let me tell you something about a black educated male bunny. When they come in with
Sheila, can
those,
you hear me?
I can hear
Okay, I
you.
just want to make sure you can hear me because I got my car. You said when they come in.
I said when they come in the room, and I mean just their cologne, just in their way they talk, ain't nothing like a black educated male. I'll be on mute. I'm acting up because since they want to act up about their white zaddy, I'ma act up about our black males. Now, this is my channel. I'm
It's just I didn't hear the channel because I don't really listen to certain stuff. But it's like I can honestly say for the most part, the men in the manosphere have not been disrespectful to me, and we don't agree on more than half of the things. I think I was told yesterday attitude goes a long ways, and also just like how you come at a person. I mean, like you come at a person with a certain energy, they're gonna match it.
right.
And I don't know. I just still can't get past the point of these women begging random men that they
Hold
don't
on,
know.
Bunny. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank. I can't really see. I ain't got my glasses. Vivian, broadcast perfect timing, sir. Oh, thank you, bro. Cause he another quiet, educated one. He really don't say much. And new. I want to thank I want to thank all my brothers for coming in here, my sisters. I want to thank y'all really for y'all support, because I know y'all be busy and making moves and money. Thank y'all for supporting me. I appreciate it. I do. Go ahead, Bunny. I'm sorry.
No, I still can't get. I mean, literally, you guys. when you guys hear when you hear some women, when you hear some women beg random men who they don't know from Adam's house cat for protection online, that tells you all you need to know. I mean, at least it tells me all I need to know. And what it tells me is that, okay, you probably grew up without your father or feeling protected. You didn't have any, you didn't feel protected. You had no black males around you. And obviously, if you are online begging random men for protection, obviously the ones around you were trash. But in my opinion, because this what the counter of the rebuttal would be. That that just goes to show black men are trash. That's what they'll
No,
say.
easy.
That just goes to show they're subjugated. But here's the thing, though. If that's how your daddy was, that's who your mama was sleeping with. So what that say about your mama?
Woo! Say it again, Bubba.
So, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that there because I'm kind of low key waiting to just hypothetically just go for the juggler at a few of them, honestly. Um, so I'm gonna leave that at that, and I'm smiling because I really want to cut up Miss Sheila.
Go ahead. Like I said, you know
Oh,
what today? No, I want you
no.
to. No, I want you to. And my people know I cut up too. Like I told you, I get in City Hall, the police like, oh God, when Sheila coming? I told you didn't name me Double Trouble. And then that's why I got the quiet storm from one of my detectives. He said, He said, I said, I'm not. There's all trouble. I said, I'm not a troublemaker. I'm a troubleshooter. He said, wait a minute. He said, you know what? He said, Murphy named me. Detective Murphy. He said, He said, quiet storm. Sheila the quiet storm. I said, quiet. He said, when you come, he said, the way you look, like you so innocent, he said, you come tear the city council up. And by the time we like, God, we don't know what happened. He said, you like a storm, tear stuff up quality. And boom. And that's where I got the name from. And I put an E on it. Sheila E, the quiet storm. Katrina and Ada
They
had
say
nothing on me.
they'll be like, those are mammies, Buffalo Bunny. Even though at my biggest, I look better than them, right? But they'll say, oh, those are the mammies, Buffalo Bunny. But here's one thing about this mammy and this Buffalo Bunny. I've never been pumped and dumped. So
Ooh,
maybe
say
you
it
bitches need
again.
to learn how to cook. Maybe you bitches need to learn how to have these big old mammy arms and learn how to fry chicken. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to make a meatloaf. Learn how to make some gumbo and to keep that man there. And this is my thing. If every single last encounter or relationship that you have had is bad with a black male, maybe it's you. I mean, self-actualization is an absolute must. One of the reasons why I deleted my channel. It's an absolute must. But like you said, it's mental illness. It's untreated mental illness because make no mistakes about it. We're all a little mentally ill if we're operating in this space on a regular, right?
Yes, go
But
ahead. Speak to me.
what we're seeing here is untreated mental illness. Like it's bad. So I don't know, babe. I'm about to pull up to my destination. I love you.
Okay.
And
Okay, and I thank you
hit me up
for
later.
really coming on the panel, and I thank the ones for supporting me because this just like I was like, you know what? They don't even know. These girls don't even know. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the thing. That's what they don't. I seen a chat room, and it's a lady that really doesn't even care for me. And she was like, "Y'all just don't know Bayou Bunny has calmed down a lot.
Mm.
They really, really quiet. And I did hear you say, Cam up. We don't want to see no pictures with 15 filters on it. We don't want to see that. We want
Ooh,
to
you better
see
go ahead.
you guys cam up, impromptu. That's what we want to see. And I mean, listen, a person can gain weight, lose. I can gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. But that tension alopecia ain't gonna go nowhere.
Ooh, say it
That's
again.
all I'm gonna say about that.
Mm, mm, mm,
All
mm,
right,
mm,
I'll talk
mm.
to you later. All right, sweetie.
All right, because I'm great. Get off, because I've been on here. Yeah. And I just want to thank Bunny and Ann for coming on the panel, and all my beautiful brothers and sisters in the chat. And again, Viv, you gonna have to come up again, because it's not letting. Wait a minute, son. Here's one of my other sisters. Good morning, sis.
Good morning, sis. How you doing today?
All right, I'm a mute because it's echo.
Okay. I'm sorry. It because I got all these speakers down here. Let me turn the speaker down a little bit. But listen, what I wanted to say is, like I said yesterday on GP's panel, she not the only one. It's a whole lot of young sisters that's out there thinking that if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Hey, the floor is yours. I'm gonna let you talk. You
Sisters,
you you have a spirit. You just cool, calm, collected. I'm gonna let you talk, and I'm listening to you. Go ahead, sis.
I'm gonna tell you, young sisters, they better get it together because just like you said, those white men were not only hanging our brothers on the trees, they were hanging our sisters on the tree. Um, I have a personal story. My mom is 89. My mom is from South Carolina. She and I we talk quite often. My mom was 11 years old when she was taken out of her home with her black mother and father and put into a house with a white family. My mom had to live with this white family.
Mm, I'm sorry
Later
to hear that.
on, we found out from this white family's uh, that that man, one of the men in that family, might have been my mom's father. I told my mom we could go through the DNA testing if she choose to. My mom said no, but I told her wait until I move to South Carolina before you do anything because my mom needed her protection
Yes,
around her. Not only myself, my brother, my sister, my nephews, my brother-in-law, my father. She needed her protection around her. And when her protection came around her, guess what I found out? Them white folks stopped coming over there.
wow,
Do you know why? Because they knew we wasn't going for no bullshnickety.
that's right.
You not gonna just come up in my father's house and tell my mother anything. It's just not gonna happen. Because my father is gonna be there to protect his woman. And he protects his women in his family. My brother protects his women. But one thing I want to tell these young sisters out here, you young sisters, stop jumping your male folk out there. Stop getting our men folk in trouble. Because a lot of times our men folk don't get in trouble because of things they do.
Go
They get in
ahead,
trouble
Viv.
because of things that the sisters have done. The you understand what I mean? Like I
I
said on
understand. I
like I said
understand.
on GP's panel yesterday, we need to learn to keep our hands to ourselves. A lot of times we be out there thinking it's cute. I'm
Yeah.
cute. I'ma slap him. Me slapping you 3 times don't equate to foreplay.
No, say it again. They ain't hear you in the back.
A woman slapping a man 2 or 3 times do not equate to foreplay. That is abuse. So, sisters, we can't attack our men and put our men out there. And I'm going to tell you what else I heard, Sheila, because I listened at about these divesting women on Tory and Rain. These divesting women are on Clubhouse. They got whole groups over there. And what they are doing it is they have white zaddy, the police, coming in there, telling them, giving them instructions to help them kill the black man. That's right. That's right.
And that's why I said we already know the KKKs are in police uniforms. They're judges, they're lawyers, they're doctors. We already
They're
know
in the
that.
military.
In the middle, yeah.
I saw more white men in the military with that spider web on their elbow than I have and I'm down here in the South. You heard what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all.
Yes. This Vivian in the
Please.
red, somebody asked this lady Vivian. Yes, sir.
That's me. I'm Vivian. So I'm going to tell you guys, please, 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 my sisters, don't jump our brothers out there. Do not put our brothers in a precarious position. Be fighting with your boyfriend, and then they go over there to defend you, and then y'all back together when he in jail. Come on now. But
You done hit. Go ahead, Viv. You keeping it real here.
I mean, I'm serious. That's what. But and these young chicks don't understand that. Look, I'm 52, y'all. I have lived my life. I've lived my life with 2 black husbands. But I can't expect that man to to do right by me if I don't do right by him.
But keep
Y'all
it
get what I'm
real.
saying? If you
The
don't do right
piano
by
is
your man,
yours.
he ain't gonna
Go
do right
ahead.
by you. So I'm gonna tell you guys, to my all my younger sisters, do right by your black men. If you don't want to be with the black man, don't try to get him killed. But what they don't realize is, guess what? You're just a fetish. That white man might take you home to his family, but guess what? 9 times out of 10, they've disinherited him. That's why he hiding you in the background.
Bam.
And just again, just as they killed our men, they will kill you too. What makes you think you so special? Just because you got some cooch, he can find cooch anywhere. I'm here to tell you, sisters, stop giving away your power. Stop giving away your power. Because that's what you've done by deciding that, oh, I'm going to go and be with Bobby over there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, sisters, do right by our men. And for those young ladies, I refuse to give them a click and a view. I'm going to tell you, I choose to flag the picture. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I refuse to give them heifers a click or a view.
I know that's right.
Because if I got to go over there and listen to them, that means I have to give them a click and a view.
Right.
I'll give you a click and a view after you take the picture down. Then we can have an intelligent discussion. But until then, we can't have an intelligent discussion because there's nothing intelligent about that picture. Nothing.
Good. Hold on. This is my cousin. Every woman. Good morning, cuz. You can come on the piano you want to. Go ahead, Vid. Talk because you talking so some real stuff for the young ladies. Go ahead. Talk to our babies.
So I'm gonna tell you young ladies like I used to tell my young ladies when I taught school. First off, I had an old woman tell me one time, she said, she told me after she told my young ladies this, I started using this. One of my old parapros, that lady was in her 70s. She had only been with one man in her whole life. She had one child. She told those kids, she said, the way you running around here giving away your stuff, you gonna be like an old dirty dish rag. What happens with an old dirty dish rag?
Mm-mm-mm.
That never gets washed.
Mm.
Molded, mildewed, stank hard. And that's where a lot of these young women are. They're molded, dirty dish rags. And because they're old dirty dish rags, they're feeling bad.
Ooh. You need to do a topic on that. Old dirty dish rag.
They dirty dish rags. They'd have been ran through, ran over, ran up under. Now the thing is, if that's your thing, that's what you do, do it. But guess what? Because you've allowed yourself to be run over by so many men, I don't know if it's black men or white men. Don't take it out on our brothers. Because there are. Look, y'all, I've been hurt by a black man before too. But guess what? There's still nothing better than a black man. I'm here to tell you, sisters, it's nothing better than a black man. And just because I've been hurt by one, that don't mean that Prince Charming is not out there. And as the sister said before, stop sitting up on here expecting everybody to protect you. I'm not looking for nobody to protect me. Cause as like you, Sheila, I'm an army of one.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna make sure that I take care of me. But guess what? I learned to take care of me because of the men in my life. I'll tell anybody. My daddy and my mama didn't raise no punk A girls. It's two girls and a boy. And neither one of us are sitting around waiting, we don't bother nobody, but you ain't gonna bother us either. I'm just saying. So to my young ladies out there, stop being dirty dish rags. Number two, just because one person hurt you, that don't mean that everybody is bad. Just because you got hurt by one brother, that doesn't mean that everybody is bad. And as the sister said before, if you've been in relationship after relationship after relationship, and you keep coming out on the bottom, what's the common denominator? It's you. So you have to examine yourself to figure out what it is that you're doing wrong in your life that you keep coming up on the bottom. Maybe you're just choosing wrong.
And cuz I every woman, we ain't trying to steal your topic. We were talking about my top is males and females hanging from a tree. Vivian done went there with relationship. That's my cousin right here. She a minister, and that's what she ministered to the woman. That's what she do counseling and stuff. So she gonna have her YouTube channel. Every woman, and oh yes, her daughter a lawyer. Yes. And Vivian, she stepping all on your top because well, you got to come up here and we got the young black females bashing out black males on the YouTube street. So you know how your cousin get down. I'm on my soapbox. And I got my sword out, so I had to chop some snakes' heads off.
Look, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. What's up, Shaka? My thing is again, we as black women, I don't know about nobody else. I got nephews. I got a rack of nephews. When I say rack of nephews, I got a rack of nephews because my brother, he got 6 boys strong. My sister got one. Okay, I don't have any kids, but those are my kids, and I got great nephews. I ain't playing that. I'm not playing that.
You better go ahead. Good
We
morning,
have
cuz. Hold on, Vicky. Good morning, cuz.
Good morning. Good morning. Good topic. Good topic. I love this topic this morning. Thank you for inviting me up. Sister, you are saying some good things, to
Hold
our
on. Turn your value down. It's like a little. Turn it down a little.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually in the garage cleaning the garage out. So,
Wait, every weekend you clean the garage. See the mansion, you got a lot of stuff in the mansion. Now you in the, you know what? See, I
well,
got to
you know
come to
what? I
the.
received that mansion thing, but yes, I like my stuff organized and cleaning out. We have to do that naturally as well as spiritually. We have to clean things out, and just listening to relationships, and she was talking about how um sometimes we do have to take a look at ourselves if we're always ending up at the bottom. Like she said, we may be making bad choices. We may not have cleaned out all the garbage and the rubbish that is within us from past relationships, and so we draw to those relationships. It could be I didn't hear earlier, but she may have mentioned that it could be the absence of fathers. It could be a number of things, and before we get into another relationship, we have to allow ourselves to detox from all the previous relationships. Because if not, we're carrying that same garbage, that same stuff that has been built up and collected up, and we never get rid of any of it. So, how do we expect to have clean, healthy relationships if we don't get rid of all the other clutter? That's my take. I'm dropping the mic.
That's right. Just my
Oh,
pastor always tell me. My pastor always tell us. Even Santa Claus dropped off the packages.
not Santa Claus.
Even Santa Claus drop off the packages in his bag. Ladies, we gotta stop. Erica Badu already told us to stop being bag ladies.
So, cuz what we got these women on the YouTube streets. They got our brothers, our black brothers, cuz hanging from a tree. Like remember the hanging from a tree like slavery. Remember they was killing our black males hanging them from a tree.
Oh wow!
Wait, and then
Wow.
why our black males hang from the tree? They swinging, but they're talking about how the white man, how good the white man is. Ooh, ooh. And this, what intake you have on that? They got a picture of black males hanging from a tree.
You know, and then that's also a
Excuse me,
part
cuz.
of
Good morning, honeycomb. Thank you for coming, family.
that's also a part of the problem as well. Our African American men actually have it tough in society, in this world system, and then you know most of them don't know how to um a lot of them don't, because they don't have role models to teach them that healthy relationships is about taking care of your children, and things like that. And so then we have a bunch of
That's
generations.
yours, Twana.
I think
Somebody phone going off.
sorry, my phone was actually ringing at the same time I was talking, so I do apologize for that. But what I was saying is, our African American men, like they have them hanging on there. That's how the um Caucasian race have our African American men. And they don't have a lot of times positive role models in front of them. So when they get in relationships, they don't know really what healthy relationships look like, because a lot of times in their household there was no healthy relationship at all. So they follow the norm, which is the culture a lot of times in the African American community. And so this is why we need to also get our young men and um, teach them how to have healthy and how to treat um, the women that is coming up in their generation. There has to be some teaching that has to be done, just like we're teaching the young women. There has to be male role models that is teaching our young men how to go out and have healthy relationships. They only go by what they see in their culture. You know, it's almost like that saying, birds of a feather flock together. And so you see that. And see, now this is what we don't need is our African American women to be on top of the beat down that society and life put on our men. Um, and because they feel like our men is not stepping up to the plate.
Wait,
But a
say
lot
it
of
again,
times
because I
we
want
don't
you to
make
say that
them
again.
stand up to the plate. We don't make them. We allow them to treat us in manners in which they treat us. And I'm speaking from experience. What we do allow, that's what they're going to do. And we don't expect anything higher than what they're doing to us, because see, a lot of times women are broken. Their self-esteem is broken, and so they allow men to come in and treat them less than what they're worth. And if you allow it, he's going to do it. So we have to stand up a standard. We have to stand up and be strong and push our men into the men that they potentially are. We can be pretty cruel with our mouth and our tongue and all of that, and that's because we have become bitter. We never deal with our feelings. We never deal with our emotions. We never deal with ourselves, looking at ourselves. What are we projecting that we get this feedback back from them?
Uh, Sheila, let me add this, and I'm going to take it back to the picture again. What those young sisters don't realize is that the Caucasian, the Caucasoid, is very, very jealous of the black male. They're jealous of their phalluses. Think about it. What kind of deviant, nasty person would cut off somebody's phallus and they would have a picnic and allow their children to take pictures and celebrate the hanging and the demembering and of another human? Think about it.
I already mentioned that, but go ahead. I already talks about that. And my cousin tell you, cuz that's why I do what I do in politics.
Think about it though. Those young sisters don't have a clue.
Excuse me, thank you, Janice James for coming.
Those sisters don't have a clue. And I'm just going to say this. They better wake up. They better wake up because if it hits, let's see how many of them white men going to actually come to their rescue. Just saying. How many going to actually come to their rescue? Young sisters, wake up. Wake up. They keep talking about this woke culture. They better wake up and act right. They better straighten up and fly right. Because life ain't going to get no easier.
I
And if
just
I
say, go ahead,
if you
Vic.
and if they want to divest, let them divest. But god dag on it, don't divest at the cost of killing our brothers. Stop calling the cops on them. Because if you would have heard that recording that Torian had from Clubhouse, and that white policeman came in there talking about, yeah, we need y'all to help us get them, because when we come out, we just can't stop one when we come out in one cop car. That's why we come out in 4 to 5 cop cars. Not a good look. Not a good look. I'm just saying.
And
Black
Reed Honeycomb, I don't have my glasses, but she was saying that black
black
males.
she said black men aren't really coming to their rescue neither. Well, Honeycomb, I'm gonna tell you this. I got some straight up black men in my family. They not gonna let nothing happen to me. Point blank and a period. Point blank and a period. I have been in the schoolhouse when I was teaching, and I've had guns pulled on me. And my brother found out, and it was trouble, trouble. He found out who it was that pulled a gun on me. I'm telling y'all, when I was in DC, that one I felt so safe teaching in Southeast DC schools, because my brother wasn't even gonna have that. It wasn't, and I taught in the hood. Them kids respected me. I didn't disrespect them. I look, had no troubles. I got down here down south. I got down here down south. I ain't never been called so many niggas. I ain't never had so many white people run up on me. Look, and then the thing is, down south, what I found out is we as black people, we don't understand all the time that the white man is not always right.
Oh no, they ain't call you nigga. The white men, they love the black woman, Vivian. See, Vivian, you sitting here lying. Cause they love the black woman. They ain't call you that. Cause they love the black woman. We the
Chabu.
queen.
Chabu. Let me tell y'all young ladies something. Y'all gonna be dead and they gonna step over your body. Your body ain't even gonna be cold. They gonna step over your dead body that's gonna be warm to get to the next white woman. Sorry.
No, Vivian, that's not true. Cause they're gonna take care of the kids. They're gonna be mourning. They ain't gonna have, they're gonna be thinking about them. They ain't gonna go to the next white woman.
Child boo. They gonna go to them. They gonna be like, ABC ya.
Well, Vivian, you said something, and honeycomb, and that's why I said, let go ahead, Vivian, address it because I had said that when I was head of the police committee that majority of black males, when they do take up, how many get beat down and shot at because the police could turn around and say they threaten them. Let me tell you something. Half of them, when they get killed, they ain't just lay down, let them kill them. They were fighting them back. And if people want to do the history, let's go back to the Black Panther when they had guns at the White House and stuff. That's why they start putting felonies that on black people so they couldn't carry their guns. That's their protection because they know when it comes to 1-on-1, they can't beat no black male. So I don't know where these women's getting this from. And let me tell you something about a decent Caucasian male, about money, about his people. He ain't going to be with no woman talking about their race. Because they're not petty like that. They're about their money. They're about people. Let me tell you something. One thing about people doing things, going places, it ain't no color. Only color we got is common is green, and that's money. So what they're
And you
talking
pushed
about,
and you pushed on it. You touched on it. You were on the real when you said white people don't like race traders. They do not like race traders. If because they feel if you're gonna put down your own race, they feel like if you're gonna put down your own race, you're going to put down everybody else's their race too. You get what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because what they do is they needy black males, educated black males, they needed ideas because they created stuff. Let me tell you something, when I found out being in politics, that a lot of Caucasian people is not gifted and created like blacks. So what they do, they steal a lot of ideas and everything from us because then the position they get, the fundings, those, connection and stuff like that. So they use the black person mind ideas to get their come up. Because see, they think about generational wealth. While we in today's and a year, then to way their great kids, lands and corporates and stuff like that. While I was going to the graveyards and the jails and prisons, there's making companies, CEOs, colleges, university and stuff like that. You know what? And I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. When I seen that, it triggered me. It triggered me. Because the end of the day is, let me tell you something, boo, they don't want you. They don't want you. Because the end of the day is you got to sit at the table with your people. These people, let me tell you something, with money, they give to black colleges. They give to nonprofit organizations. They come to the board meeting and meet with the board people. I sat with them. So with that, when they get mad at me with Sheila, it ain't about, yes, it is. Sometimes it is. Let's keep it real here. You don't say it, but your actions. They don't say it, but always read policies. The devil is in the details. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all can say what you want to say on YouTube. And my cousin who dropped down tell you, my cousin ain't no joke. And like I said, that probably wasn't no real police officer, because a real police officer ain't going to sit up there and mess up his generation wealth, his money, over some black chicken head girls. They ain't going to do that. Because you know what? Money create money. If you ain't on their level, thinking on their level, they don't need you. They don't need no hindrance. I'm sorry, Vivian.
Oh no, you fine, sis. I just was reading the chat because I was looking at a couple of people comment. So Honeycomb says she's protected. She got a whole lot of different people that's protected. She's protected by different races.
And
And
that's
Honeycomb,
beautiful, Honeycomb.
I'm gonna tell you this. Down here in the town I live in, it's a very, very small town. And we have what we call the haves and the have nots. The haves are those folk that live up there in the village. You know, most is majority white, and the have nots are those that live down in the rural part, and that includes the white people that the have nots are in the rural part down here too. The haves are the ones in the village. So, but what I am going to say is there is racism everywhere, up north and down south. Um, I prefer to know what my races look like. And the reason I say I had a very particular reason to say why I felt safer teaching up north than I did down south. When I taught up north, I knew who I was teaching. Down south, I taught in Edgefield County, South Carolina. Do you know what Edgefield County is? That is the home of Strom Thurmond.
Mm.
And if anybody don't know who Strom Thurmond is, look him up. He was one of the most racist uh, men in politics and sat in Congress for years upon years upon years. and made many policies against black people. And the whole time he had a secret. He had a black daughter.
Okay.
And the young lady that he got pregnant, if I'm not mistaken, which was a housekeeper, that young lady was 16 years old. That town, y'all, that town was so crazy. They have a they have a paper called the Wandering Minds. It's an online forum where they can go in there and say whatever they want to. Y'all, they talked about the black superintendent till they got rid of her. They talked about the black principal. They called him all kind of N words, called him nappy headed, called him jigaboos, told them they hope they die and kill them. Everybody that came under that black superintendent, all of us black folks, and y'all, I had long locks then. Y'all, they talked about us so bad. And it was to the point of that teacher such and such and such and such, I better not ever catch that N word doing this, and this. Or I'm going to stab them, I'm this, and that, and the third. Y'all, I'm telling you, we did not know where our threats were coming from.
And that's
Okay?
why I said, Vivian, this sitting up here, they ain't gonna show no receipts that they with their white daddy, because the end of the day is, girl, you a side piece. He ain't showing you nowhere. You be glad you go to a $5 matinee movie. Well, go to McDonald's, get the four for McDonald's winning one of them, because I don't go to fast food. Get the 4 for $4. They ain't showing, they ain't bringing you nowhere. Sitting up here talking about, ooh, they don't want you. Get up out of here.
I'm going to say this. I've been down here in this small town. I, I'm telling y'all. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. There are some whites in this town. They don't particularly care for the blacks. But they're not going to allow anybody to come from the outside and bother their blacks. Did you hear what I said? Did you get that?
They ain't hear you say it again.
Did y'all get that? They don't particularly care for their blacks, but they're not going to allow people to come from the outside and bother their blacks.
That's right. Good morning, Zero. Thank you for coming. And thank you, Cole, for coming. Thank y'all very much. I know that's right. Cause they're territory. See, that's people, blacks don't know about that. Some blacks don't know about that. That's why I said they're talking about like that. They don't want you, boo. You a side chick. You the one that come and see 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when ain't nobody on the roads. They sneak in for an hour, then sneak.
They not even coming to see you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because they not getting up out the bed with they white wife.
Woo! Good morning, sister. How you doing? Miss J in the house. I'm gonna call her Jazz.
Hey, how you doing, Sheila?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. I got off this night shift and y'all just got up to use the bathroom and listen to y'all off and on. I think we do such a disservice to the South when we act like the racism is just in the South. I'm not from the city, but from what they portray, like they portray us in the South, when the areas where black people couldn't go at in New York, like your little Italy's, your Irish towns, that black people couldn't go just like in the South. Wasn't
You
all of the
you
people
you
that
are
done got
right.
shot and killed by the police, with the exception of Trayvon Martin, wasn't all that stuff in northern cities? I can't really think of it right now because I'm half asleep. I done took my Tylenol PM for the night shift. But what's the town? I can't even think of it. Where they found out all the tickets they was giving was to black people, even though there was a certain percentage of the population. They had the whole DOJ doing investigation. Wasn't that in what was considered northern towns?
They
Uh,
had a turnover in Jersey.
Sheila, let me
I
let
ain't
her know.
saying we don't have our racism.
No, no, no,
in the
babe.
South.
What I'm saying
But we do
is,
a disservice when we just limited
It's an
it to
echo.
thinking it's a Southern thing. Let
and
me
I'm not limited. What I'm saying is, I can't limit it to the South. That's not what I'm saying. I was talking from Vivian's experience. Now, I'm not saying that racism is only down south. And what I meant by teaching up north, and let me clarify this. When I taught up north, I taught in black schools. So it was all of, I only taught with all of blacks. When I came down south was when I started to experience teaching families, teaching Caucasian kids. Because I never taught white kids in DC. I only taught in the southeast area, which was mostly black.
I
Now,
just
did I
think
experience some racism in DC? I sure did.
Good morning. Good morning, King.
I
Thank you
did.
for coming. Can you read his comment, Vivian, before you start? I don't have my glasses on. Can
Trump
you?
said my African American and Biden. Trump said my African American and Biden said you black. You not black if you don't vote for him. I didn't vote to keep Trump in office or to get Biden in office. My family count on me to lead, not the government.
regardless who in office, we have made it. Me personally, I felt the tempo was lower in America for the last year and a half when Biden in office. I think we was going to a place that I may be completely wrong. I'm from the south of the south of the south, Florida. You can't get no more south. The only further you can get from Florida, where I'm from, is Miami and Key West. And right now, we people talk about integration. We still got a fucking right side of the road where the white people live on 27 and the left side of the road where the everything is always on 20 when they portray it in the news. And I'm not saying we don't have our racism, because we have our racism. The motherfucking Cuban who been living in this redneck ass rural area where I'm living at for years just decided he needed to clear his land because we just moved here 2 months ago. But we need black people to not just limit in our mind that the racism down south, because we don't see the other stuff. And I need my black people to come down here and buy some of this cheap ass land and develop it and turn some of these cities to black people. While the shit is super high in New York, come down us down here and buy some
That's
of this
what they're
land
doing it. They're doing it. Let me
and
tell
do
you
what we got
something.
to
They're
do
doing it. They're doing it.
and get back to our roots, our farming, and the status of some black farming networks, food networks, and everything. Because people could have their own conspiracy theories and whatever, but the people who can't feed themselves is a nation in chaos. And when we think about it, if them people wanted to stop selling us food today, what the fuck would we do?
No,
When we
I
all
was
living
feeling
in
they're growing
apartments.
their own food down south, and that's why I said I was talking about a beach house, a Myrtle Beach or whatever. Now I made up my thing. I'm going back to my roots, and I'm just gonna start growing my food. Hey, they're gonna be shortage of food. Y'all gonna have to start bringing those sewing machines out with the clothes. Y'all gonna have to sew your grandkids some clothes. You're gonna have to start making your bread. I mean, different things the new generation don't know. I thank God for my grandmother taught me how to bake, taught me how to plant. Even my cousin one went up here and her mother have a green thumb. My aunt gone now. But let me tell you something. It's going to get real out here. And like I said, see, I'm from New York. And New York and South Carolina were the two most racist state there was. Let me tell you something. New York is so racist. Let me tell you something. What we fighting for? We had a theme a decade ago when I came back in 2009, bring the bones back home. Our ancestors was buried, and I don't know how many acres up here, upstate New York, didn't give them a decent burial. Did put a school on top of them. Their body wasn't even cold. And then after that, they have a court system today. And then when they were talking about bringing the home back, when they dig them up, they had chains on them. You could see the mothers holding their babies. You could see where they cut the men's parts off and skeletons and stuff like that. So when I seen that picture, it triggered me. It triggered me off. And like I said, the end of the day
on. Let
is,
me ask Sister J. Sister J, yesterday we were on Gold Professor's channel, and he was real courteous and everything. He didn't, yell or fuss or anything. He was very respectful to us. Don't you think, Sheila?
he was. Good morning, Stomp. And
And
yeah. I know
and what
sometimes I get loud. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and what happened is there was a young lady. He showed us a picture of a young lady's channel, and she had a black man hanging from a tree, and she was on a swing swinging. You know, it was a picture of a young lady swinging on the swing as the black man hung from the tree. What would you think if you saw that picture on somebody's page?
I try not to, for the most part, not talk about stuff I didn't see the entirety of and take stuff out of context. Somebody asked me this before. I said, I can't really talk about that. I didn't see it. I didn't know what. I don't know what it is. I would have to see the thing in the entirety before I make a comment, because I don't like, for the most part, to make comments on stuff that I didn't see most of the stuff myself. So I don't know nothing about that. I don't know who Gold Professor is. I've heard him mention. I will have to visit his page and see that. But I don't want to comment on somebody I didn't even see.
Oh, it
But
wasn't
I
on
think
his page. It wasn't on his
I'm
page.
saying
He showed somebody else's page. He showed
I
another
think I
young
I
lady's
think I
page.
heard somebody reference that from a divestment content creator. I haven't too much visited the divestment section. I don't. I heard it could get crazy over there. I don't know. For the most part, I ain't really been over there. I just been here for the last 4 or 5 months, and I really haven't visited that section yet. But I'm gonna get there because people keep mentioning it. But I don't really want to comment on something I didn't really see.
Excuse me. Good morning. Thank you, D Trophy, for coming in, sis.
I understand. And Stump Down, I like to thank you for coming over. Um,
But people take your
this
stuff
this
out of
gonna be have to
context,
this gonna be
and
have to be something we talk about later on, babe.
yeah, I don't want to comment because people take your stuff out of context. You could be on a panel of somebody who don't like somebody else, and just because you're on that panel, regardless if you said something to it or not, they associate you with it. Regardless if you have their name in your mouth or not, they associate you with it. So I really don't want to say unless I had the chance to see it in its entirety, because just being in a section can get you labeled and accused of something you had nothing to do with.
Right. And so true. And that's good for use of
And
wisdom.
you know what? I totally understand that because I come from what they call the beef sector, so I
Yeah,
understand
I
that.
heard a little bit about that.
But my
Well, you
thing
over here
is,
at the real sector. This the real sector. We talk real issues with real people, real situation. I went over there yesterday at her pen. She was very polite, and I asked her, we should, what I asked her a question, what made her put the picture up and stuff like that. So, she wasn't disrespectful or nothing, but you
People to
know
come
how
down
people have the
south.
little chats that say their little names and little mammy, I'm a mammy and stuff like that, whatever. So, I come respectful when I come to somebody's house. But now I know what I'm dealing with.
I said, well, they say it ain't
Stump
what they
Down.
call is what you answer to. But I just want some of my people to come down south and we could buy up some of this land and develop us some communities, because I'm 47. I know the area now. I'm in South Florida, formerly Palm Beach County, that was 2 lanes. It is damn equestrian properties. I've been here and it had 2 lanes. That's when going to Palm Beach was a big deal from my area. Not me so much. My grandmother and them grew up in the fields picking beans and everything. We get it. I hate that my black people wait for the white men to build it and we follow. We need to stop letting them stereotype, because that racism is everywhere. It's in up north. I'm sure it's in Arkansas, Ohio, New York, Jersey, Philadelphia. It's in all them places. So when white people say down south, yeah, we have our racism, but it's the same level that's everywhere else. We might have got a little southern drawl with it. I've been here my whole life, and I need my people to come down here because we are stronger together and buy some of this cheap shit and build our own shit instead of following white people everywhere and establish us our own food networks, get back to things that we have an aversion to. We have an aversion to farming and gardening on the whole
And
because
they
we
don't understand
associated
that.
with
Thank you.
slavery. We associated with slavery and being beneath us. This fucking country was built on that shit. We was on the wrong side. And we are getting away from talents that we know. And we need to claim those talents in anything that has power over you like that is a problem. We was on the wrong side. We need to get on the right side of it now. So if this fucking country shut down and them people don't want to sell us no damn food, that we don't establish networks to grow our own fucking food in our own areas. That's not up. What you gonna do in a 20-story apartment building if the food and the water go out up there? From my understanding, when the Wall Street um dropped, when I can't think of the name, like I'm saying, I'm half asleep because I worked last night. When Wall Street, what they call it, when everything dropped and white people was jumping out of buildings, killing themselves back in the 1920s or whatever, and stock market dropped. We might have been pulled down here in the South, but they say everybody was fucking eating. It was the people up north in soup kitchens that was living in the cities that was still hungry. So a people who can't feed themselves is a people in chaos. A nation that can't feed itself, and a black nation inside the United States that can't feed itself is a people who are going to be at the behest of others. So I just say, please don't stereotype us out. And I need some of my people to come back here.
Thank you. Stop down. Thank you for coming. Good morning, and good morning, King again. And my great grandfather, 50 acres down south, and that's what they farming, all that. So I know how it is.
Wellington, Florida have hangars in their garages. They are equestrian properties. Before OJ got arrested, he used to hang out in Wellington before it was a big deal. That's the same land that was for pennies that we and Royal Palm Beach, we said one number of rednecks and rattlesnakes. Now it's full of every color out there. We need to stop getting on the back end and waiting for white people to build stuff for us. And I understand Black Wall Street was built on 40 acres, not 40 acres that the government gave us. And I'm not talking about giving up on reparations. I'm saying we need to start being smart with our money, combining our resources, and getting together and doing things and not waiting for people to do it for us, because we do have what it takes. If other people could come here to this country and work in the fields and establish themselves, we're already here. We just need to get on the page with each other. Black men and black women, stop doing the bullshit and combine our resources, because we are 13% of the population. And I'm going to keep saying it. By 2040 to 2050, this country is going to be 53% people of color. That is projected that it's going to be 29% Hispanic, 9% Asian, and 13% Black. And this is going to potentially realign the political system. Now, white people are going to be 43%. They're going to need one of these minorities on their team. Hispanics gonna come together. I don't give a fuck how much Mexicans and Cubans don't like each other. They all fucking Latino. And while we sitting here talking about Haitians at the border ain't us, while Haitians and Jamaicans and Black Americans and Africans don't like each other, we are 13% of the population. We are not gonna be able to sit at the table and advocate for our slice. If we are not united, that 13% will be nothing. So we need to start fucking and start getting past these ethnic lines, because some Hispanic people gonna do it and them Asian people gonna do it. And white people gonna try to align themselves with one of those. Now they may not too much go for Hispanic, and if they do go for Hispanic, 29 and 43 ain't that far apart. And them motherfucking Spanish is fucking and still having babies. They may not be having them like they used to, but they have them more than Asians, and they have them more than Blacks, and they have them more than whites. And whites is really at a deficit. and I know this is known, but I'm going to still say it because it needs to be said. The entire stacking of the Supreme Courts is because in 2040 to 2050, white people that used to be 70% majority in this country are going to be 43%. And when you do not have the ability to elect yourself into office, you have to put people into the courts to reinterpret the law when you cannot write the law. And that is what we saw. And that is because race. And if my black people don't start getting it through our thick head what the fuck is going on and start fucking and marrying and being united, we are not going to come together. Hell, the fucking Asians going to come up from their 9%. And understand, at 43 and 29, the Hispanics ain't got to do nothing but keep fucking each other, and they'll be right at the neck of white people. And they'll align themselves with the Asians or somebody. They'll come up on that 43% or so, damn close to it. So we have to be consolidated and united with our 13% to be able to effectively advocate for each other. And we need to be in all places. We need to be up north. We need to be up down south. We need to be in the fucking Midwest and all them other places too. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I know many of us already know it, but in case we didn't, we need to start thinking about it again.
Now, I want to thank you. I just want to say good morning, DOD. Thank you for coming. And y'all be sleeping on upstate New York. You know, we country up here. We have farms and we got farmers and vineyards, wines, all that stuff. We got it going on up here, upstate New York, because we country up here. This Hudson Valley. So I'm by the Hudson River.
My mama was born in Jersey. If you all get the opportunity, y'all can go.
My father used to live in Cherry Hill, Jersey.
And if y'all get a chance to view, it's a thing by Edward R. Murrow called Harvest of Shame. And there's a lot of people from my town that I wasn't even aware of, talking about how the food and stuff in this country was made and stuff. But all that, that we used to call it going up the road when people would travel, and we are no longer those people. And this country is always looking for a new slave they could use for a couple of generations. And whoever the most desperate people are is the people that they'll exploit. And if those people can come to this country and consolidate and get united, we who are already here should be able to do more and be better. We should not be letting other people come to this country and gather more wealth and education and stuff than we are. I have seen 8 or 9 damn Hispanic people living in the house and get a fucking loan. And then we as black people cannot even get along with our sister and brother in the same house and combine resources. We got to do better.
Can I say something?
You said Edward R. Murrow, what was that?
Harvest of Shame. It's actually
I'm glad you mentioned that too, about that, because I'm in politics and they use stumbling blocks against blacks. A lot of y'all don't know that. Behind closed doors, let me tell you something. I was gonna get I came back because when I was in Indiana, I had 4 or 5 houses. So I came back. I said, I'll just come back home. I'm gonna give me a nice little condominium, like 30, 40,000, which is up there for like 100 something. Don't you know they gave it to this Caucasian white woman instead of me? So a lot of stuff they do, she had to go for the bank. I was paying cash. A lot of stuff they do, don't get it twisted, that they block blacks for getting. And behind those Hispanics and Mexicans, you got Caucasian people pushing them. So a lot of people don't know. I'm telling you, we got some shakers. My family are handing out. We ain't handing out for nothing. We thank God. I thank God for the blessing he had given us. But the ones who really want to do things in houses, here come code compliance. When they come for their restaurants, this can't pass that. But let a Latino put a restaurant up. Let a Mexican do this. Let a Mexican do a supermarket. So when some people come with some of that concept you were saying, it's a stumbling blocks when it comes to black. Because the end of the day is, like I said, we are a threat. And I want y'all to know that. We are a threat.
We know the rules now. We know the rules. And we have to put them in a position where they can't say no. I've been banging since on Facebook saying, with your stimulus and your income tax, if you ain't there yet, We should be using that because your stimulus and your income tax can get you into home ownership. If your credit score ain't there yet, you go pull that motherfucker right now. And them $250 that they sending people per child, you look on that credit report and you get that bitch together, and it don't take but 6 months, and you plan to save that money, however disciplined you have to be to do it, whether you sending it to a separate account and you grab that credit score. Don't pay no fucking Lexington law to take your money and do nothing. And you start putting away, and you don't need but 3.5% down to purchase you a property. It may not be the best property you want, it may not be what you want, where you want, but it's something to begin the process. We in October.
Ladies, I'm about to step down. I just wanted to say thank
Okay.
you, Sheila. It was
Yeah,
nice
I'm going to
meeting
get
you. What's
off
your name
too.
again, dear?
Cynthia. I'm sorry, Coach
Okay.
Malik.
Okay, Coach Malik. It was nice meeting you. I'm about to step down. I'm going to be in the chat. I'm going to be listening. I got to take care of some paperwork for some folks, but I will definitely be listening. And thank you again, Sheila.
You welcome, man.
Nice
I'm
meeting
gonna let
you.
my sister go ahead. I know she fired up. I'm gonna let her go ahead. Anybody else want to get on the piano? You can. Go ahead, sis. Because I was just saying, even with people with good credit, I set different ones up, and they had good credit. One other ones, one Latina, she didn't. They gave it to the one who didn't have credit that much, and not to the one who did have credit. So it's a lot of stumbling blocks too. But I see what you're saying too. And we bouncing out. And I like what you're saying, because what you're saying is true. And I've been saying, people, let's go back to our roots. Go ahead. And y'all have to, when your parents die, leave you that house, keep that house. That's history. Why would you want to go ahead and sell the house and then make mortgage payment when this one's already paid? Only thing you got to do is just fix it up. Come on.
They
Let's go
coming out
back
of
to our
neighbor.
beginners. The supermarkets, decorators shut down different stuff, and we're gonna have a shortage on food. We're gonna have to do gardening. We're gonna have to make our own vegetables. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, different stuff you've been saying. I've been saying this. I've been even telling my babies, look, I'm going where I got to go back to my roots.
I went to go buy a trailer to be able to pull stuff on my pickup truck, and it was a Hispanic neighborhood. They owned the fucking grocery stores. It wasn't no Publix there. It was all Hispanic up in there. Now they had a Walmart there, but I'm seeing Spanish restaurant. It didn't look like the suburbs, but it was fucking theirs. It was theirs. And we get a little bit of money and we want to move where white people at, away from our people, instead of establishing our own things. And I heard someone speak on their panel, and they said that Asians have a code. They make an agreement of however I'm gonna say, one gonna be over food, one gonna be over nails, one gonna be over the house stoves. And that's what they operate for. They say Asians within the Asian community don't shop at Publix. The ones who shop at Publix and Winn-Dixie's and the chain stores are the ones who have integrated and married into other races, but they bring their money back to their community. We're the first ones who don't. And we have to start. If we didn't do it, if we guilty of not doing it, we got to start back doing it. And we got to start following white people. The first thing I have seen in this town, damn integrated schools. When as soon as somebody in White Town went to sell their house, our black ass over there trying to follow them. And what they did, they sold it at a higher rate, and I moved away from our black ass. And when they moved, what the fuck we did? Followed them somewhere else. To the point they buying back the old black towns, which we know is gentrification. And they done took all our money what we paid at the high ends and coming back to the cheap ends, we build them. And we keep following them instead of making our own and standing our own. But I do see Hispanic communities doing it. We got to stop following them and start building our own and staying in our own. And I know it sounds bad because sometimes we don't act right.
No, you it's not. You talking truth. Good morning, Yolanda. Thank you, for coming. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank y'all very much for the support, and I appreciate y'all. Because without y'all, I have no channel. Go ahead, sis.
And we just got to start being better towards each other, start using our resources with each other. Stop. I just tell my people, go hard for 1 year on sacrifice. If you got 1,000 J's, promise not to buy no more shoes, no more clothes this year. Take that money, not for the rest of your life, but for 1 year, and put it up and see what we could do with that. It ain't forever, just 1 year. And we'll be amazed how much we can do with what we got. Right now, I seen the Asian lady complaining, I can't find a house. I make $50,000 a year in Palm Beach County, and I can't find an apartment. I can't afford a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. So somebody making $50,000, which is above the poverty line in Florida. When you go to the vital statistics and see what the income is, and she one person looking for 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and she can't get it with all the stuff. The stuff you have to come up with for first, last month, and security. In addition to get an apartment, now you got to have a damn credit score. Why come up with first, last, and security and a high credit score to go get an apartment? Even if it's not what you want, you have taken yourself out of place that in the next couple of months, when these evictions go through, it's going to be crazy about getting places to live and the prices and the stuff. And the people going to be able to extract more out of people. If you got a bad credit, you had an eviction and you happen to get in a place, they know you can't go nowhere else. So are they going to fix stuff? They're like, fuck you. What you gonna do? You ain't got no credit score. You can't go nowhere else. You stuck here. And I'm gonna keep going up on stuff, and what you gonna do? And guess what? This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Your lease say you can't have but 4 people in here, but you got 5. You got you, your husband, and your 3 children. So you make too much noise. Where the fuck you gonna go? We better start looking at the worst case scenario and preparing ourselves. And even if it ain't what we want at the time, grab onto it, because having something that is yours is better than having to beg somebody to rent something and them being able to extort you and keep going up.
And again, I'm going to go back to my topic. It wasn't just the black males hanging from the tree. It was also the black females.
I don't know where they getting that stuff from. Cause
I'm just saying that, look, the end of the day is we are Negroes in their eyes.
I hear black people talking their stupidness, and they talk about, oh, the black woman. I'm like, when them people went to the fields, the men was pulling the corn, and the women was on the mule train packing the corn. So I don't know what they be talking that foolishness. Exactly.
We was working. Let me tell you, so our great grandparents had less education than us, and they had more than us. Because at the end of the day is they work together. The man was the head of the household. The woman was make sure she would nourish, make sure the kids, the house was clean, make sure the food. And we need to go back to old food.
None of that. Everybody, the men and the women, was going to the fields where I'm from. You know, different places had a different section, but everybody.
I said I don't call it real. I call we was gardening. You know, we was doing.
No, they were going to the field picking up beans, cutting that cane, packing that corn. Like I said, the men was pulling the corn and the women was packing it in the crates.
Yeah, my family, they had 50 acres. So my grandmother and all them, they had, you know, their own land and they did their own farming and stuff like that. My grandfather, he had slaves to work for him. Yeah. So
we was the Mexicans down here where I'm from. And then they had now the Mexicans doing, then in between they had Haitian people and Jamaican people. When the Haitian people came over, I could guess, I know in the 80s, it was a big shipload of Haitian people that had came over. And then they started doing a lot of the farm work. And then American black people started doing other jobs and stuff. And, but it was the men and the women out there doing it. So when I hear, and I can't say what happened up north, because I've been in the South my whole life, but in my experience and what I saw, black people was doing the same thing. It was the black people trying to get on at the sugar mills that were racist. And it was the men and the women out there doing it, working in the same fields, coming home with the same muck, doing the same stuff. So I think we take a little piece of something and we done heard what other people say. And actually have a lot of people younger haven't seen it for themselves, and we keep repeating stuff that some of them actually really know not too much about.
That's and you know what? And that's the problem, because you look at it, our ancestors were so strong individuals, and it was all about family, sticking together. They had their own little community. Let me tell you something. They made nothing out of something. Where you think chitlins came from? Ham stuff. Everything that other people didn't want, they made something out of it. We are some creative people.
Resourceful, surviving people. And instead of thriving, we done got on some craziness. I done seen Spanish people, my Spanish friend girl, where the prison we? She lived in a 2-bedroom project home. Up here, you know, you got to do what you got to do. She let her brother, his wife, her child from another relationship, and they twin children come live with her and her 2 children in a 2-bedroom project house. Them little project houses was small, and they got along. But now we got Black people who family can't even get along. One of them cooked. I mean, they didn't have no job when they came back down here from Texas, but they made it work. And I didn't hear one bit of complaints. If it did, they kept it to themselves. They ain't broadcasted for, she didn't broadcast it for everybody, but they made it work. And we as Black people cannot make it work with the stuff that we got. And we need to get it along again. If you got a friend who on Section 8 and she letting you stay in her house, you better pay something. If you ain't got no job, you better cook or provide services or something.
Y'all listen to this sister, because she's spitting out wisdom. And I just want to say, I'm great. Get off this. I just want to say thank you for always supporting me. But this is we really, really need to get together. I mean, our youth, and I know you got young kids having kids, and sister not getting it from their mother. And like I said, people, take your platform and really use it so people could really, really learn from it. And that's what it's all about. Each one teach one. And when it comes to you spreading venom on your channel, you're going to reap what you saw. Believe me.
I don't know what they're talking about this teen pregnancy and stuff. My daughter is 9 years old. Her former school principal had a baby when she was in the 5th grade. When she was in the 10th grade, her child was in kindergarten. She never had a child again. I don't even know how she got that child at 10 years old, but she's a principal. Master's degree, been a principal. She didn't have any other kids like that. And I'm 47 and she's 47. So the lady who is the nighttime supervisor and been the nighttime supervisor over the OB department and have been a OB nurse since she was probably 21, had all 3 of her children in high school. They grown now. So when people around here shaming people for having kids, but them people still progressing and moving forward, white people, get my white friend, her mama had her. That man came and married her and had 2 more children with her mama, and ain't nobody said nothing. But we getting up here shaming women for having a child out of wedlock. And if you go and look at a lot of them white women, all them white children ain't that man children. We got Black men on here shaming Black women for doing their hair. You've seen on fucking MTV, them damn Jersey kids. Oh, we like when our girls go get their nails done and their hair done and they spray tan. That's what them Jersey show people talk about, while we got Black men shaming Black women for grooming and being trying to be attractive for them. We better get on some new stuff and stop letting other people write our narrative and stop listening to what people say and looking at what they do. Because the stuff we trying to do to jump through a white man hoop and
our Black sisters sitting up there bashing the Black. I said they talk about each other. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. I get on both of them because I advocate for both of them. But to me, the end of the day is I had to say something about our ancestors being hanged from trees. And the end of the day is this saying to us, don't worry about the past, forget the past. But why should we forget our past when everybody come over here and they tell them don't forget their race and stuff like that, and yet you got our own kind putting up disrespectful pictures, males hanging from the tree.
Hold up. Alberto VO5, Swab, Avita, John Frieda, All of those are hair companies that cater to hair products for white women. And you don't see white men up there shaming them white women since the 70s and whatever. You see all kind of hair products commercials for white women. We ain't had to have the money to have the commercials. Hey. But you ever hear white men up here talking about their women hair? And how many bangs and hairsprays and remember in the 80s when you had that?
No.
You don't hear that. So why
you don't even hear the white women talking about their white men? How they sit up there and have kids by black women and stuff like that.
I was in, we got segregated schools down here, and I remember when somebody was saying about how they did black children. They thought I was slow, and they wanted me to test for retarded classes, and found out I was gifted. The guy who was in the class, the gifted class with me, mama was a school teacher. Man, that white man had that family, and he had a black family, and right now he married to that black mama. Now all them children grown now, but they be talking about them white people. Yes, they do want black women. And they always have. And they don't always had a black family. Some of them white men had a white family and a black family. And we better stop listening to other people tell us stuff and start looking with our own eyes and questioning some stuff, because some stuff is not adding up. And stop trying to jump through some imaginary hoop that white people ain't even jumping through for themselves. And I ain't gonna keep you because I got to come to work tonight. Sheila,
yeah, but I was saying I can't see. He said looking at a tiny TKO live stream chat room now. I see what Joy Reid said. Well, she said, I think black men are talking about wearing what? I can't wait. Wait, let me put it up in the front because I ain't got my reading glasses. Not wearing black. Oh, okay, yeah. But the majority of black males I know, they like afros and stuff like that, and they know one thing about us women, we creative. We wear out here different hairstyles. We go natural. We'll put on a weave. We'll put on a wig. We just different.
What white woman you ain't seen with a
white
weave?
Women wear it too. They try to wear afro wigs and wear red hair and getting BBLs.
Not just that, but white women been wearing, when you sit up there and see these newscasters, you can even see they bad weaves, because you can see they line in their head where they don't get their clip-ons. They might not call them trikes, they clip-ons, but you don't hear them talking about. But we see it, but they act like they don't see it.
But a lot of them wear those lace wigs. Let me tell you something. I know a wig when I see a wig. A lot of those white people wear those lace wigs. I'm talking about the ones, Instagram models and different ones or whatever on TV. And I see them when I go out to the bowling alley stuff. They wear a lot of wigs and stuff. And like I said, I don't even feed in with that. And that's why I said a lot of this stuff I didn't hear until I get on YouTube, even about our females bashing the males, saying things. And I know our males was quiet for a long time, catering to us or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I said, honeycomb, you know what? And I know the black people, I know we went through a lot. I know some of them said we like crabs in barrels. Some of us is moving and shaking. Some of us is advocating and joining together. But you know what? Like I said, the end of the day is when I see something, I will address it, because that's how I am. But now I'm going to just utilize my panel to the best of my knowledge and really, really, put out positivity, a little twist with a little bang, and keep it real. And I'm going to keep it going, because at the end of the day, is like I said, it's a lot of mental ill here on the YouTube streets. It is.
Since when it became a bad thing for men and women to dress in a way to attract each other? How the hell we gonna fucking make babies if we ain't attracted to each other? Men got their Beijing beards. They get their hair cut. They get they take straight, and they have crisp cuts. They get their beards done because they want to be hopefully attractive to females. But if they want to be attractive to males too, that's okay. But that is what people do. Fucking animals groom themselves. to attract and mate. They act like they didn't go to school and they don't know basic fucking biology, trying to be ignorant, thinking they sound cool and they sound ignorant as fuck. How the hell else you gonna get with somebody and have a family if you ain't attractive to them?
That's right. That's right. And like I said, the end of the day is, what's your last words? I'm going to get off, and I think each and every one of y'all, I just had to get up, and I had to say what I said. And like I said, I don't care. And like I said, I'm a follower, not a leader. And hey, I just say what I say. And hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. And like I said, that's why you always come up here, say what you say. You always keep it real. We don't sugarcoat nothing up here. Nothing. And like I said, we not followers, we leaders. We do, we say what we say, and we could say it in your face. It's just like you take it like medicine and just let it do what it do. You know? Don't get mad. Get glad.
When you see black people up here flirting with each other in these YouTube streets, that's what the fuck men and women supposed to do. Now, if you mad because somebody beat you to the punch, next time move a little faster. It ain't never been nothing wrong with people flirting. That's what we're supposed to do. When you shaming people for flirting, why you mad? Why you mad? That's what we're supposed to do. How the hell we gonna fucking make babies and prosper? If we don't dress to try to attract the other person. Now, if you don't somebody got something a little bit extra, you're like, let's be like, that's who you with, babe. I like when you do this here. I like when you do this. Stop trying to shame people into doing something. You could get more out of me by talking nice than you come at me like that. I'm saying, fuck you, bitch. Who the fuck you think you is? Now, if you like somebody, go talk to them and stop waiting for another man to hold your dick and approve your actions. Be a man. And women be women and flirt your ass off. And if you ain't got no pussy in a long time, you ain't got no dick in a long time, and you using the internet to do that, then do that. Because that's what men and women supposed to do. Now, if you don't really like, if you like other men and women like other women, leave them the fuck alone and let them do what they want to do. But people who are attracted to each other are supposed to flirt, supposed to get together. And we need to start combining our resources and thinking for ourselves. And that's all I got to say.
All right. You have a blessed day. And NC worker, thank you for coming. Good afternoon to you too. And everybody, like I said, thank you. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't let nobody steal your joy. And the day it was black females and males hanging from a tree. And like I said, don't get it twisted, because the end of the day this country was made off of a black male, our ancestors and females. And how much I have a blessed day. And never let nobody ever downgrade your race, because we black and beautiful and we proud. Every setback was a powerful comeback. They try to kill us, we don't die, we multiply. That's why we still here today, by the grace of God. Love you guys. And thank each and every one of y'all for participating in my channel.
In the clouds.
That's right. In the clouds too. I said my angels. I got some angels in the clouds. And I got other ones, because it said we got demons too. We fight against not flesh and blood, but principality in high places. So you got demons in the clouds too. So for my angels, y'all have a blessed day. For the demons, like I said, do what you do, but the end of the day your assignment is canceled. Because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Because the God I serve, look high, look low, always have my back. Love you guys.